Magandang umaga sa iyong lahat. Good morning to all of you. Ang pangalan ko ay Amadeo. So it's an honor to be here with you all. So I'd like to get started, and if we could all stand up and just want to push your chairs back if you want. And for those who can't stand, it's okay. We'll do some, you can stretch in your chair as well. So first, we're just going to bring our attention to our breath. And I'd like to invite you to put one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest. And we're going to be taking really deep breaths in and out. And we're going to, on our inhalation, make our belly full, allowing our hands to be lifted by our breath, and our chest also to be lifted by our breath. Filling our oxygens with the life-giving prana and chi. And taking deep, beautiful breaths, grounding into our bodies. And if you want, you can close your eyes to get really into it, into your own experience. And now I'm going to invite you, we're going to keep that same attention on our chest and our belly. And now bring your hands to your sides, because we're going to bring our breath also into the sides of our bodies. So breathe into your hands, as well as breathing into your belly and your chest. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling smoothly out through the mouth. And then if you'd like, you can put your hands on your back, and we're gonna also bring our breath to our back so that our breath fills our entire upper body, letting our chests rise and fall and expand, and our rib cages expand, and giving thanks to our bodies for our health and our wellness today. And you can let your hands come to your sides, but we're still going to keep that same attention on our breath, and we're going to focus on our feet. And we're going to ground down and give thanks to our feet. They'll hold us up every day. And as you are bringing your attention to your body in this way, you can soften your knees. You don't want to lock your knees ever. And we're going to send appreciation down through our feet, down into the earth and into the sacred lands of the Coast Salish people on which we are standing, the Duwamish peoples specifically, giving our love and our strength to them because they are still fighting for federal recognition, giving thanks for our ability to be here together and learning together and collaborating together with the support of the earth. And now we're going to take our hands, if you can, and we're just going to bring our shoulders up to our ears, if we can. And taking deep breaths again, bringing that, making sure that we're breathing into our bellies, our front, our sides, and our back, and feeling that stretch along our back. And then bringing our hands down to our sides. We're going to do just a little bit of twisting. Twist a little bit to your left. Twist to your right. And then we're going to do a little shaking, letting it all go. Okay, great. And I'm going to invite you to come back into your seats, and we're going to finish with a short heart meditation. So bringing still our attention to our breath, letting our breath fill us up, we're going to close our eyes. And I'm going to invite you to begin to breathe into your heart, your physical heart, giving thanks to this incredible organ that fills us up and moves blood in our bodies. And I'm going to invite you, as you're breathing in through your heart and letting that breath cleanse you and fill you up, to think about an organization or a leader that you feel really grateful for in your work, that you appreciate. Let that appreciation fill your heart. Maybe you can visually imagine them in front of you. What is it that you are grateful for with them? What is it that makes them and unique inspires you and teaches you in your relationship. So keep breathing and letting that appreciation, that gratitude, fill your heart and your body. And we'll take a few more deep breaths here. Again, feeling our chest and our front, our sides and our back. Deep breaths in that appreciation. And just a couple more breaths. When you feel ready, I invite you to slowly open your eyes. So thank you for that, and just want you to notice what your body feels like and how the room shifted with that, right? And also, just gonna close off with a few thoughts and an invitation. So the Heart Math Institute, which developed this exercise, they've been for 30 years scientifically researching the power of the human heart and its connection to our wellness. And they found that when we are in these positive emotional states of gratitude, of appreciation, of compassion, of love, right, that our hearts go into a state of coherence. They become more orderly, more harmonious. And because of the heart's role in as a master oscillator of all of our body's systems, then all of our bodies become healthier, right? And then our brain becomes smarter. We have better mental function, clarity. We're able to concentrate more, focus more, learn better. And then we are also able to have access to the great intuitive intelligence of our heart, because our heart actually has a brain. It has a complex nervous system that's made up of 40,000 neurons, neurotransmitters, and proteins that learn, sense, and remember. That's incredible, right? And that's just what happens mentally. Physiologically, our nervous systems become balanced, our immune systems become stronger, and our hormonal function improves, and our parasympathetic nervous system is activated, and we go into the state of healing. That's amazing, just by doing that. And because of this, things like this, it's a technology, right? When we create spaces like this, where we have regenerative practices like yoga, meditation, and also the important cultural practices of our ceremonies, our rituals, our abilities to learn about our life ways and our traditional foods together, these kinds of things that are important to my communities, queer and trans folks of color, indigenous communities on Turtle Island and in the Philippines. When we do these things together, we're not just healing ourselves, we are tuning into that inner warriorship, that soul force, the force of our love. When we have our feet on the ground, we have a full breath in our belly and love in our hearts, then we become the leaders that have exemplified soul force. We become like Martin Luther King, like Rosa Parks, like Gandhi. And we become those warriors and create the life and the world that we want, not in the distant future, but here, right now, in the spaces that we create. And these regenerative practices are all called together healing justice, transformative justice. And so healing justice is not just a pathway to health equity, to dealing with the structural oppression and the constant threats to our dignity, to our safety and our public and our health and our basic survival. They also are an important political strategy for transformative social change for our communities, and they need to be funded. These spaces need to be funded for our survival, and they need to be funded now. And luckily for us, the universe has given us an amazing gift through the Estrella Lesbian Foundation for Justice. They just published an incredible report on healing justice that includes strategies for funders. I think there's some folks here from Estrella, and I'll also be available to talk afterwards with folks who are wanting to bring this healing justice framework into their philanthropy. So I'll leave that, and I'll also go to an invitation. I want to invite you in the next couple of days. We're going to be meeting a lot of different people. I want to invite you to share and invite the other person to share in at least 2 different conversations. What came up for you in that meditation? Who is it that is important to you? What organizations, what leaders inspire you? Because when we talk about who it is that we love, we are bringing the full force of who we are. We're bringing our hearts, our love, right? And we're not in those conversations, not just healing ourselves, but we are creating community. Because yes, it's a little bit risky, you're vulnerable, but that's how we create the groundwork, the foundation for the authentic relationships that create collaboration. And what we need now, more than ever, with this constant onslaught of oppression that is hitting us at waves that have never been felt before, is our hearts in sync. And another nerdy thing that I'm going to share about the heart, last thing, I promise, is that HeartMath found that the heart generates the largest electromagnetic field in the body. It's 5,000 times stronger than the brain. And this electromagnetic field has a toroidal structure, and it extends several feet outside of our bodies. And for those of us that have really strong coherence, right, it can extend up to 15 feet in front of us. That's amazing. So when you're having these conversations, these heart connections, you're not just healing yourself and creating community, but you're also literally changing the world around you, because our electromagnetic fields communicate and interact with each other, right? That's really profound. So with that, I want to say maraming salamat po. It's been an honor. Thank you. Come visit me. And if you want, I can be one of the people that you share with. I would be blessed and honored to hear your stories. Thank you.